Welcome to my team. Here, you'll experience the world of Formula One not only as a driver, but as the owner of a brand new F1 team. First things first, let's choose your character. Great. Now, let's set up some of the key details of your new team. We'll start with an easy one. What name would you like to give the team? Nice. Now, some kind of income stream is critical, so we need to sign a primary sponsor. Our primary sponsor will pay a signing bonus to the team up front. This is vital to cover the early investments we need to make. They will also provide valuable weekly income for us. Each sponsor has a goal that they want the team to achieve. If we hit that goal, the sponsor will pay us an additional goal bonus. Fantastic. Now we've got a budget to work with. Our car won't be going anywhere fast without a power unit. So let's sign a power unit supplier now. We need both performance and durability from our power unit, but we also need to balance the books. We're going to have a lot of other areas to invest our cash into. We almost have all the key partners for our team now, but we still need a teammate for you. These are the drivers available to be your first teammate. They all have their own strengths and weaknesses, so consider everything when deciding who to hire. Drivers earn acclaim based on their performances. When a driver earns enough acclaim, they will level up. The higher a driver's level, the more acclaim they'll earn for their current team. And remember, the faster the team levels up, the faster our income will increase. The higher a driver's experience, the more resource points are earned to spend on vehicle upgrades. Racecraft is the driver's skill to effectively complete overtakes when opportunities arise. Awareness shows the driver's ability to avoid errors and incidents. Pace describes the driver's ability to set competitive lap times. Rating is a summary of the driver's overall skill level. Looks like we can't afford this power unit supplier and teammate. Let's go back into one of those and sign someone cheaper. Or try and find a sponsor who pays more up front to offset the cost. Some sponsors offer a lot. Looks like we can't afford this power unit. Sorry boss, the numbers don't add up here. We need to lower our power unit and teammate costs. Or approach a sponsor who'll pay more up front. Looks like we can't afford this. Sorry boss, the numbers don't add up here. Looks like we can't afford this power unit supplier and teammate. Let's go back. Here are the drivers interested in joining our team. Look at their stats and pick someone you think can get us good. Looks like we can't afford this power unit supplier. Sorry boss, the numbers don't. Obviously, the better the performance and durability, the better. But be careful about. Looks like we can't afford this power unit supplier and teammate. Let's go back into one of those and sign someone cheaper. Or try and find a sponsor who pays more up front to offset the cost. Looks like we can't afford this power unit supplier and teammate. Let's go back into one of those and sign someone cheaper. Or try and find a sponsor who pays more up front to offset the cost. Looks like we can't afford this power unit supplier and teammate. Let's go back into one of those and sign someone. Looks like we can't afford this power unit supplier and teammate. Let's go back into one of those and sign someone. Looks like we can afford this power unit supplier and teammate. Go ahead and confirm if you're happy. Let's select or edit the livery we'll be running this season. We can add more sponsors to the car as we sign them throughout the year. And don't worry, we can edit our look at any time from HQ. Now we need a badge for our team branding. Select an existing badge, edit it, or create one from scratch. Last but not least, we need to pick team colours for the rest of our branding. You'll see these colours throughout HQ. Great, that's everything we need. You can go.
Okay, we're live in 5, 4, 3.
Hello folks, and welcome to the HQ of Formula One's newest team. We've been invited backstage to gain an exclusive insight into what could be one of the most exciting entries in the sport for many years. Now, we've seen a number of new teams enter the sport over the last decade, amongst their number Manor, Caterham, HRT and of course Haas. And while some have proved to be successful, others have morphed into different teams and some have disappeared completely. What marks this team out though as being something different is that its owner is also its driver. Now, there's a rich history of that in Formula One too. Sir Jack Brabham, John Surtees, Graham Hill, and Bruce McLaren all drove their own cars in the sport, but it has become increasingly rare in recent years. What's very special about this team, though, is that while the team itself is new to Formula One, so too is its driver and owner.
Whatever happens this season, you've already made the history books. Tell me, do you feel up to the mammoth task of both managing and driving for a Formula One team? Every team needs 2 drivers, but what was it that drew you to your teammates? No one aims to finish bottom of the table. Who's the team you're aiming to beat? How are you expecting the car to feel out on track? The other teams now have years of experience, both on and off the track. How are you planning to catch up to them? Overtaking is a key part of this sport. How have you ensured that your car can take advantage of each opportunity that comes your way? And finally, which of your new departments are you most proud of?
Well, that's about all we've got time for here. We will see how this fledgling team fares in its first Grand Prix.
Okay, great, thank you. That's a wrap.
What do you think of this one? Hey boss, I think we could better manage our time by organising some team activities. Head to the activity screen to see what we have available. Our new parts have been completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
Morning, boss. Jeff here. Thanks again for bringing me on board. You've found a lot of talented people for this team. I can't wait to see what we can accomplish. Our journey to the Constructors' Championship starts here today, and the car is ready to head out whenever you are. Okay, your goal is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible. Best of luck out there. DRS zone is coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD. Great stuff. You've pretty much nailed this circuit. This is a really strong foundation to build from over the weekend.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our top three. Hamilton, Bottas, and Max Verstappen. And that's it. Practice is officially over. Until next time, goodbye.
I recommend we could go for something like this.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top 3 today. Bottas, Hamilton and Max Verstappen. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix. No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal. And it's make or break here at Albert Park, home of the Australian Grand Prix since 1996. And home to round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. We're a stone's throw from the enormous Port Phillip Bay for today's race at the 3.3-mile Albert Park circuit. It's a bumpy racing surface here, and the 16 corners could prove especially difficult in the wet conditions. Watch out for a safety car at some point during the Grand Prix. Can Mercedes start with victory in their bid to win a 7th consecutive Constructors' title? Could Ferrari or Red Bull establish an advantage early on? And with 22 cars on the grid, how quickly can the new team find their footing? Well, it's great to be back, Anthony Davidson. we've got a lot to talk about this year.
That's right, Crofty. It felt like a long winter, but it's good to finally be back. I have to think the usual suspects will battle it out at the front, but there are always going to be some teething problems early on in the season, so whoever can keep on top of their issues will have the advantage today.
As I mentioned earlier, we're up to 11 teams this season, with a new entry run by, well, of all things, an owner-driver. That's something we haven't seen in this sport since Hector Raback over 4 decades ago. So how are they looking so far?
It's hard to imagine how a small operation like that could survive in the ruthless world of Formula One. And yet here they are, first ever race looking surprisingly strong. But there are no points for qualifying. Let's see how they fare in the Grand Prix proper.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Alexander Albon, and Sainz, Ricciardo, Perez, Norris, and Sebastian Vettel, Lewis, Kvyat, Esteban Ocon, and Stroll, Gasly, Magnussen, Kimi Raikkonen, and Juan Manuel Correa, Grosjean, Giovinazzi, Russell, and Nicholas Latifi. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can. These conditions don't look like they're shifting. We're predicting at least 20 minutes of heavy rainfall. Inters look like the best tyre for now. Heavy rain will be staying with us for a while now, at least a 20-minute window of heavy rain. The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights. That's a decent start. Good job. We're leading our teammate by 8.7 seconds. think we're still on the right tyres for the time being. Fuel is looking really good. You're managing it well. Keep managing your tyres. Manage your tyres. gap to teammate behind is 18.3 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. To run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon. Radar suggests that this heavy rain will be with us for a while now. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining. Issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. has certainly eased off for the time being, but we've still got a lot of standing water out there. We're happy for you to stay out on the inters for now. This pace is strong, but be aware your tyres need to go the distance. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. Leading our teammate by 31.7 seconds. Gap to teammate behind is 31.7 seconds. They're on old inters. They're in 14th. The time last lap was a 1 minute 41.3. There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining. This is your final lap of the race. You've lost some time to the car behind. Okay, clear. Race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
A great race then, and a fantastic victory here at Albert Park. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Well, keeping their tyre temperatures up in the tricky wet conditions was really important. There's not much grip out there at the best of times, and it's 10 times worse if you're out there on cold tyres. So the way they kept the rubber in its proper operating window was a huge advantage today.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today. So let's review the updated drivers' standings. Valtteri Bottas takes the top spot. He's our new Drivers' Championship leader after today's result. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
I have to give it to Lewis. They fought so hard and had incredible pace at times, so I don't think anyone else did a better job today.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. It made it look easy. You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you? You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled. How do you feel the weather affected the outcome today? It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it? Great. Well, that's everything.